Hello everyone and welcome to the GMS Magazine channel. I am Paco Garcia, your host, and this is the GMS Academy, the show in which I give you my insights as a publisher, writer, a gamer, a GM, convention attendee, and overall geek. This video was released for my patrons a lot sooner than you are watching it now, and they are getting some material that is not going to see the light of day. Unless you're a Patreon. So if you want to see more videos on this, on afterthoughts, and have some questions, answers, please do join us in our Patreon and help us continue with this channel. In the show notes, you have a link. Today I want to ask you about self-publishing or going to a publisher. This is a question that you are going to have to ask yourself at some point. They both have advantages and disadvantages. Don't get me wrong, there isn't really a perfect formula for you to get your book out there and have it done and dusted. Self-publishing is going to allow you to have a lot more control on what goes out to the public. A lot more control, as in all of it. Which is great if that is what you want, but also means that you are going to have to do a lot more work, and you need to decide if A, you know how to do that work, and B, if you actually want to do all that work. When you write a game, if you are the writer, publishing it is going to take a lot more effort than just writing. You're going to need an editor, you're going to need artwork, layout artists. You need people around you, and more than one. Ideally, unless you can do everything yourself, which, trust me, I've tried, doesn't work. It just doesn't work. A one-man band very rarely gets the most out of their game. There are some people out there who do very well doing everything themselves. But that's the exception. And if you have what it takes to actually do that, you are in the absolute top 10% of the people publishing right now. That's amazing. But the likelihood is that you cannot do everything by yourself and do everything equally well. It's extremely hard. It's extremely hard to be as good a writer as you are a layout artist, and as good a layout artist as you are an illustrator, and as good an illustrator as you are an editor. If anything, because when we are doing our own work, we get very close to it and we miss a lot of things. We just don't see tiny little details that other people find jarring, but we are so close to that work that we just cannot see it. It's just as simple as that. We need a fresh pair of eyes all the time. So if you self-publish, you're going to have to do all of that. You're going to have to find the people to do it. But you're going to get all the control, and if you want to sell your game, you're going to get all the profit. So there are some ins and there are some outs. If you go to a publisher, you may lose a little bit of that creative control. The publisher may tell you, okay, this is good, but we want to change so and so and so to make it this way. Or we want to use our artists. Or we would like to change whatever. And then you have to decide whether you want to agree or not. And there's going to be some editing that they're going to take care of, and there's going to be some publishing that they are going to take care of. And if they make a mistake, you are going to be dragged down the mud as well. So you have to choose your publisher very carefully, assuming they want to have you, because publishers in role-playing games, they tend to be pretty busy. Most of the companies are tiny, and they are just making ends meet, and they're busy. So you need to make sure that you are applying in the proper way, that you're talking to the proper people, that you're actually going through due process. And that means that you're going to get as well an awful lot of rejections. And rejections, to start with, they're pretty hard to deal with. So you need to decide the pros and the cons. Personally, I go for self-publishing because I want to keep that creative control, and because I'd rather have something that other people can see before I can go to another company, or even waiting for companies to come if they are interested in my work to say, hey Paco, why don't you do this for us? And to be perfectly honest, I enjoy the process very, very much. I love being able to do all the layout work and writing the words and getting the editor, and I love bringing the team together. And sometimes it's very hard because it means that you have to get the right team together. And this is something that we'll discuss in a different video. But I love it. So it is perfectly feasible. It can be done. You just have to surround yourself with the right people to cover for the skills that you don't have at the same level. Find out what you're very good at and then go for it and self-publish. I like it. I like it a lot. But it may not be for you. So you have to choose, you have to decide. And the thing is, nothing stops you from actually talking to companies and telling them, hey, I'm going to submit this to you. What do you think? And if they say, yes, but, well, think if that but is actually worth it. If it is worth it, then go for it. If it isn't, do it yourself. There are plenty of people out there, me included, who will be more than happy to do some consultancy work. And there's plenty of people out there who do a lot of very, very good work, and you can ask. So try. But think about, firstly, if you really want to do all the work of self-publishing, because it is a lot of work, a ton of it, and it's beautiful, but it's hard. It's very, very hard. So let me know what you think it is. Let me know if you actually, what you're thinking about self-publishing or not. What would you like to know about it? And I will do my best to answer the questions that you may have. Leave a comment in the channel and subscribe, because there's going to be a lot more of these going on. And yes, again, take a look at our Patreon, because I'm going to be doing a ton of stuff for our Patreons very, very soon. Thank you, however, for being there. It is truly and genuinely appreciated. But until the next time, I will talk to you very, very soon. Take care.